So, with so many people coming in and out, can a place like this really be haunted? I'm Kim, and this is Hung Channel.
Do you know the darkest secrets hidden behind the Easttown Cinema? Tonight, we walk through a place where mirrors reflect faceless ghosts, auditorium filled with unseen spectators, and shadows linger in every corner. By the end of this journey, you'll understand why locals say some spirits never left, and why entering this old cinema might make you question reality itself. Chapter 1: The Former Life of Easttown Cinema. Located at the junction of Lockhart Road and Fenwick Street in Wan Chai, Hong Kong, Easttown Cinema opened on 9th February 1964 and was one of the most luxurious cinemas on Hong Kong Island in the 1960s. The opening film was the Italian production The Great Plan, and the lobby was decorated with high-end materials such as marble and artistic lighting. The theater had approximately 1,300 seats and could screen high-spec 70mm stereophonic films, attracting numerous local audiences and tourists alike. However, the site of Easttown Cinema had previously been the Universal Funeral Parlour. After the funeral home relocated in 1962, the Houghton family's affiliated company purchased the land and rebuilt it as a cinema, symbolizing a dramatic transformation from a place of death rituals to one of entertainment. In Chinese culture, funeral parlors are often considered places heavy with yin energy, closely associated with death and the spirit world. This historical background laid the foundation for various paranormal rumors that would later emerge. During the first 10 years of Easttown Cinema's operation, despite its advanced facilities and prime location, a series of strange occurrences gradually kept people away. The cinema officially closed after screening the American film Paper Moon in February 1974, and was gradually dismantled and redeveloped into what is now the Easttown Building. This historical transformation, from funeral parlor to cinema to modern commercial building, not only witnesses the urban evolution of Wan Chai, but also became the starting point for countless urban legends. Chapter 2: The Faceless Female Ghost in the Mirror. One of the most famous haunting stories of Easttown Cinema is that of the faceless female ghost. The tale, told as true events, goes like this. One evening, a female patron went to the restroom midway through a screening. While washing her hands in front of a mirror, she noticed a long-haired woman combing her hair behind her reflection. Upon closer inspection, she realized the woman had no facial features. The entire face was smooth like wax, with only black hair hanging down. Terrified, she fled back to the lobby in a panic. There are many variations of this story. For instance, some say that after the woman ran out of the restroom, she told a friend, "There's a long-haired female ghost in the ladies' restroom." The friend brushed aside her hair and asked, "You mean me?" Turns out the friend was the very ghost she had seen. A more chilling version claims that after exiting the cubicle, the woman saw a headless female ghost calmly combing the hair on its own severed head, placed on the wash basin. The lady reportedly died of fright on the spot. A local paranormal website points out that the ladies' restroom partially overlapped with the former mortuary area of the funeral parlor, which explains why ghost sightings were particularly frequent in this spot. Whether true or not, the imagery of a ghost appearing in a mirror easily triggers fear in viewers, naturally becoming material for folklore and ghost stories. Chapter 3. The Haunted Full House. Another widely spread rumor in Hong Kong is the story of the haunted full house. The story generally goes as follows. One evening, the theater had very few ticket sales, and the auditorium appeared almost empty. Yet, during the screening, an usher peering into the darkened hall saw every seat filled with spectators. Under the dim lighting, these figures appeared pale, or even seemed to perform ritualistic acts involving offerings. When the lights came on at the end of the movie and the hall was checked, only a handful of patrons were present. The previously full figures had vanished without a trace. One staff member was reportedly so shocked that they called in sick for several days and later resigned. Some employees even claimed that ticket counts and actual attendance never matched. The story was later adapted into a television series titled The Haunted Full House, which brought this urban legend further into mainstream awareness. Skeptics argued that the effect could have been caused by the dim environment, changes in lighting at entrances, or reflections during the screening, producing optical illusions. Fatigue among night shift staff could also have led to misjudgments. Regardless, the term full house has come to be associated with spectral phenomena and remains a classic reference in Hong Kong's ghost lore. Chapter 4. The Borrowing Fire, Ghosts and Shadows on the Stairs. Beyond restrooms and the auditorium, another widely circulated ghost story occurs in the stairwell. A tale recounts a male patron smoking on the rear staircase when someone suddenly tapped him on the shoulder from behind, politely saying, "Friend, can I borrow a light?" The man handed over his lighter and looked at the stranger, seeing a pale grey face with sunken eyes. After saying thanks, the figure vanished into the shadows of the staircase. This borrowing fire ghost story became a well-known anecdote, rich in narrative appeal. Some believe that because smoking was allowed, the smoke combined with dim corners of the staircase created conditions ripe for hallucinations. Others firmly believed it was a spirit wandering between the realms of the living and the dead. Locals also add that in shadowed corners of the stairwell, one often felt an unsettling sensation of being watched. Even without a real entity, the rumors alone could unsettle visitors and stir imagination. In fact, whether real or not, depictions of everyday activities encountering ghosts, like smoking on stairs, tap into human instinctive fear of the unknown, crafting experiences that disrupt a sense of safety and emotionally engage listeners. Chapter 5. Fragmented Tales and the Terror of Space. Hauntings at Easttown Cinema were not limited to the faceless female ghost, the fully occupied auditorium, or the borrowing fire ghost. Other fragmented yet chilling stories circulated in the community. For instance, some claimed to see a bloodshot eyeball or a half-human face flash across the mirror in the men's restroom, causing it to be closed for an extended period. Cleaning staff reported finding a pale old man lying under a seat while working. After calling for help, the figure vanished when rechecked. Others even claimed that the cinema tickets felt like a small handful of joss paper. These fragmented tales, mostly personal accounts, are impossible to verify. Yet, They capture the human curiosity about sudden and unknown fear. Whether it's the humid air in restrooms, dim corridors, or interplay of smoke, crowd, and light, each detail fuels imagination. From a psychological perspective, humans are highly susceptible to fear amplification in spaces that are both unfamiliar and familiar, such as cinemas. Low frequency or ultra high frequency sounds, insufficient lighting, and other environmental factors can make ordinary settings feel abnormal. These fragmented horror stories rely on subjective experiences to build dramatic tension, enhancing the aura of paranormal activity. Chapter 6: Rumors and Reality, Superstition, Legend, and the City's Mirror. The tales of Easttown Cinema have persisted for decades, mainly because its site once had a direct connection to death, and Wan Chai itself is one of Hong Kong's oldest districts, established during the city's early colonial era. Over the years, the accumulation of repeated instances of death, illness, and misfortune created a psychological sensitivity toward paranormal rumors. Rationally analyzing, Easttown Cinema likely closed due to rapid economic development in Wan Chai in the 1970s, skyrocketing land prices, and competition from other cinemas. Ghost stories alone were unlikely to have caused its business decline. However, superstitions were widespread, and many citizens believe in these urban legends may have indeed affected attendance. These legends have made Easttown Cinema a classic example in Hong Kong ghost lore. The interweaving of fact and myth enriches local storytelling and reflects how people seek meaning in historical spaces and emotional imagination. Today, the Easttown building stands as a high-rise commercial office, with the former cinema and funeral parlour long vanished amid urban redevelopment. Yet, these stories continue circulating among the public, acting as a mirror reflecting urban transformation, funeral ritual culture, and the anxieties of city dwellers.
I'm Kim. Please subscribe, like, and share. And stay with me. You will never face the dark unknown.